I'm Andrew Thompson here, the Andrew Thompson Interviews YouTube channel. I'm currently sitting next to Australia's own Slex. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you, man.
So, Slex, to start it off, you're making your Ring of Honor in-ring debut today, right? What are you expecting going into that? How are you feeling? Thoughts? Good nerves? Anything you feeling right now?
Yeah, I got all the emotions. If I wasn't nervous, I think that'd be a little bit weird to say that if I wasn't nervous, but it's exciting, it's nerves, it's everything. I just can't wait to get in the ring and show the pro wrestling fans and Ring of Honor what I'm all about.
So I think you've been announced for a Supercard of Honor, I believe. I think I see your name on the graphic, or you've been advertised for it. How exciting is it? This is the possibility of you being able to mix it up. I know you've done some stuff in New Japan before, but how exciting it is to know that you could possibly be on like a big stage like that, such as Supercard of Honor.
Man, it's crazy to me, like to see when I was announced and to see some of the names that have already been announced and see my face up against some of these guys. It's just like, yeah, it's incredible and it's exciting, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity, and yeah, I can't wait.
So I know recently fellow Australian Adam Brooks recently signed with Ring of Honor. How important is it to you to have that Australian representation in professional wrestling, and seeing a lot of fellow Australians just rise up in the ranks in various companies, not only just Ring of Honor?
Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming. I mean, the Australian wrestling scene has grown over the last few years, and it's awesome to see my friends now getting the opportunity to prove themselves on the world stage, they've been given the opportunity, but they've earned it, So, and to have Adam Brooks come to Ring of Honor, that's a familiar face in the locker room for me, and hopefully we can, lock up in the Ring of Honor ring and show them what we can do as well. But I mean, I'm just happy for my friends to be get the opportunity and prove what they can do on the world stage, because they deserve it.
So, take me back to the summer of 2019, man. That's when you competed at New Japan Southern Showdown. I'm pretty sure the vibe was just insane in there. Any thoughts or special memories from that time? And just tell me about your experience working with New Japan.
Yeah, well, that was my second time working for New Japan, because I did the first Australian tour, which wasn't it's on New Japan World, but it wasn't like a live pay-per-view event. But yeah, to do the Southern Showdown in my hometown in Melbourne, Festival Hall, which is like an iconic venue, which all the wrestling was back in the day for World Championship Wrestling. So that venue to me was special. And to wrestle Aaron Solo on a live pay-per-view for New Japan, that was just incredible. And in terms of a special moment, I guess, not knowing how the fans would, even though it was my hometown, knowing that the fans would know who I was, to have the fans actually react and really get behind me, that was just something I'll never forget.
So I know about 2 years ago or so, you had the opportunity to wrestle Okada in Australia, right? Just tell me about like how that experience was, because it's no question that Okada is one of the best guys in the world. So what was it like being able to work with him and being able to mix it up?
That was insane. So basically, I had I'd taken like a few months off because I had the birth of my little daughter.
Congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. So I had taken like maybe 6 months off, so I hadn't wrestled for 6 months. I was training my backside off to get in shape for this match, and to get given the opportunity to wrestle Okada was just an amazing experience, and yeah, it proved to really skyrocket my career, because after that match, sort of put me on the map and put me in new fans got to see what I could do worldwide, and then from there I just got more and more opportunity to show what I can do and wrestle more international talent, get more exposure, and I think that match it's led me here. So yeah.
Just to get back to the family thing, just tell me about how being a father can change your perspective. Because so I'm 23, right, and that's like one of my big things. I want to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's just like changes your entire perspective on literally everything, because it's no longer just you. It's you got this human that you gotta take. So just tell me about that experience, and even like just me right now asking you for advice, and in the future whenever I decide that I want to have a kid, just tell me about how things change for you and how that affects you professionally and outside of the professional world.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, before I wrestled Okada, I had my daughter in, I think it was July, and I wrestled Okada in November. But when I decided to come back to wrestling, I mean, having a human to provide for and look after, I felt like I put everything when I came back to wrestling, because I'd been wrestling a little while before that too. So I felt like it gave me this extra motivation and this, you know, I don't know, like I just had to. I was hungry. Yeah, I was hungry, and I had to prove. I wanted to prove myself, and I wanted to make sure that if I'm coming back as the best version of myself. And I think deep down, I was doing it as a statement and something to provide for my family, so I could, you know, make a living out of this. So yeah, the past 2 years, I've just had a little boy as well, who's
congratulations again, man.
So yeah, so little girl, little boy now, and I'm not having any more. I'm done. 2 is enough for me. Let me say that much. If you have 3, you're crazy. Yeah. But no, I love them to death, and I mean they're the best. But I feel like having kids it changes your life. It really does. It puts perspective on things. And yeah, it's just a real driving factor for me as well. Yeah, to be successful and provide for my family.
Now, Slex, with Ring of Honor, they announced that they're bringing back the Pure title. Now, sir, are you got your eyes on that? Are you just looking forward to the title coming back? Because it's about, I say, about two months out before they officially bring it back. You got your eyes on the Pure title?
I've got my eyes on every title in Ring of Honor. Let's put it that way. But no, I was a massive fan of Ring of Honor when I was growing up. I mean, I was cleaning my house the other day and cleaning up boxes because I'm going to be moving to the States with my family. So
again.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was I was like emptying some boxes and, you know, cleaning up stuff, and I opened this box, and I haven't opened this box for like 10, 15 years or whatever it is, and the first box I opened was a bunch of old wrestling tapes, and the first wrestling tape was a Ring of Honor tape, which just like tripped me out because I'm like, holy, you know, like now I'm working for this company, and yeah, so it's full circle, it really is. I've been a massive fan of Ring of Honor pretty much all my life, and pure title. This is a resurgence of Ring of Honor, you know, 2020 with all these new signings, all the talent we have here. I mean, I can't wait to get my hands on, you know. Look at the talent here. I mean, you got Dragon Lee, you got Jay Lethal, you got Bandito, you got all these amazing talents, and I can't wait to tangle with these guys. And if I can win some titles along the way, hell yeah.
Right. And then you have also the extended opportunities with the partnership with New Japan and NWA. It's so many people to wrestle. Slex, just 2 real quick last questions right here. For those who aren't familiar, like myself, who I just started to get into the Australian independent scene, to tell people about what's going on, some of the top promotions there, because I know a lot of people here in the States, including myself, up until about a year ago, I really didn't know pretty much of anything about it. So just tell me about the Australian independent scene and what is going on there.
Yeah, well, there's so much talent in Australia at the moment, and I think, I mean, the cream rises to the top, right? So I think we're going to see more and more Australians do well internationally. But for the moment, like my hometown promotion, Melbourne City Wrestling, they've been doing big things, and that's the company that I worked Okada with. They've got some great talent there. I mean, you've got a guy there at the moment, Royce Chambers. He's just been assigned to do a tour for DDT in Japan. You got another guy, Dowie James, in MCW, who's getting really good traction. He just had a really good match with Will Ospreay. And then you got other promotions as well. You've got PWA in Sydney. That's where Robbie Eagles is from, and he started in PWA, and now he's in New Japan. And you've got some other talents like Mick Moretti. He's in PWA as well, which I think is another guy that he'll break through pretty soon as well. And then you got on the West Coast, you've got Explosive Pro Wrestling EPW, and they got some great talents. Mikey Nichols, who was in NXT, and now he's in New Japan as well. He still wrestles for EPW. I mean, there's so much talent in Australia, and I think now that we're getting some eyes on the talent, more and more guys from Australia are going to break through into the international scene, and I think it's just awesome.
All right. So lastly here, let's say February 2021. Where's Slex in professional wrestling? What do you see yourself in Ring of Honor? Tell me, just an educated guess. What do you think? Where do you think you'll be at a year from now, or what do you hope to be? I should say.
Yeah, crystal ball. I mean, I feel like 2020 for me is like a proving ground for me. Like I've got to really have my work boots on. I mean, I'm pretty much, you know, I've got new eyes on me now, so I feel like 2020 is a year where I'm going to have to prove myself and prove that I belong, and I'm excited for that challenge. Bring it on. And I feel like 2021, what did you say, February next year, I think you'll see a title on my waist. Yeah.